Why is the first 100K the hardest? And the next is easy. Building wealth is a time-consuming process, especially when you're just starting out. In fact, for most people, saving for their first 100,000 is one of the most challenging goals to fulfill. That's because when you start with nothing, you don't have any money working for you and assisting you in amassing more wealth. It's all about your persistence, commitment, and hard work. But once you hit that coveted milestone, everything changes. So when will you hit that milestone, and why does it matter? What should you do after saving $100,000 in capital? And most importantly, how can you convert this 100,000 to millions and even billions of dollars? Let's find out in today's video. Welcome to Think Money. Today's video, we're going to talk about the key reasons why the first 100,000 is the hardest and how things get easier after it. If you like the video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, Think Money, and turn on the post notifications. So without wasting any time, let's dive right into the video. A young man asked Charlie Munger for the best advice on making money during the Berkshire Hathaway shareholder meeting in the 1990s. The young man said he was struggling to get started and that his wealth wasn't growing as quickly as he'd hoped. This is when Charlie Munger uttered a quote that quickly became famous within the finance industry. The first 100 grand is a bitch, but you gotta do it. If you have no money to your name, Munger says the hardest part of being wealthy is amassing your first 100,000. The next major challenge was to reach the $1 million mark. To do this, one must maintain a pattern of spending less than he earns. He compares the process of acquiring riches to that of rolling a snowball. The best way to make snowballs bigger is to start at the top of a steep slope and roll them for as long as possible. Longevity is facilitated by this. Why is the first $100,000 hardest? The first 100,000 is the most challenging because you lack the advantages of compounding and leverage. Most people have their little choice but to rely on their salary for an employer in order to amass their initial 100 grand in cash. Therefore, a worker is putting their hard-earned money into a savings or investment vehicle. It's not simple to get your first 100K. That's probably just 6 figures worth of your time, energy, and effort that you sold to your employer. If you're saving for something other than a retirement fund, that first $100,000 is likely to be after-tax money. Depending on your tax rate, the money you receive from a paycheck won't be available to you until after the government has taken its cut. You may not know how to best to invest your money early on to maximize its growth if you're younger and lack experience. In general, a larger share of one's income goes towards paying bills while one is just starting out in life. One's work that it does for those who have more established careers and earn higher salaries. It's also not simple for a young individual to acquire 100 grand quickly because it's so costly to establish a family. Saving the first 100 grand usually requires a combination of short-term sacrifices and long-term discipline. It's also challenging because the compounding effect of capital is less potent on smaller sums of money. The initial difficulty in building wealth stems from the fact that a 10% gain on 10 grand is only 1,000. In contrast, a 10% gain on 100 grand is 10,000. Why does this milestone matter so much? It can be challenging to save the first 100 grand if you begin with nothing, as you will need to put every dollar aside from your paychecks into savings or investments until you reach your goal. However, once you've saved up 6 figures, you can reinvest the profits from your acquired assets. Your savings won't be boosted by your own money alone. If you invest your money, you will get rich on its own, reducing the amount you need to save to reach the next 100 grand and the 100 grand after that. The sooner you reach 100 grand, the more time you have to take advantage of the compounding effect, which is a key factor in facilitating wealth creation. In the chart below, we can see how much $100,000 may be worth by the time one reaches retirement age of 65, providing one invests that money at a rate of return of 7% per year. $100,000 saved early in life, and given plenty of time, can grow to yield substantial returns. So it's important to put away as much money as you can while you're young. Whatever you had to give up at the start will be paid off in the long run. How long will it take you to save your first 100 grand? There are 3 main factors that determine how long it will take you to save your first 100 grand. 1, the level of competence with which you handle your own money, as measured by your ability to save and invest. 2, the maximum amount of money you can make. 3, your early success with tactics for growing your capital. You may never get to 100 grand if you don't manage your finances so that you can put money away for your savings every month. The first stage is to manage your personal finances so that you're able to save money regularly, systematically, and with a clear goal each and every week. The quicker your plans will be realized if you increase your income. Savings of 10 grand per year will lead you to 6-figure balance twice as fast as savings of 5 grand per year. Grow your potential for gain to its fullest. When your funds are limited, you can take more risks with your investments. Dollar cost averaging into fundamentally sound businesses, stock indexes, and businesses you know well, such as those in your line of work, will help you accumulate more wealth over the long run. Great investments that kick off compounding early will help you reach your 100K goal more quickly. If you don't plan on spending your first 100 grand anytime soon, one of the other two ways to grow your money faster is to maximize your 401k retirement plan. The majority of American firms, as well as many smaller ones, participate in the standard 401k match scheme. These are saving plans where the employer contributes to the employee's retirement account on their behalf, and the employee defers taxation on the earnings until retirement. Some companies will match up to 5% of your salary, while others may match a greater or lesser percentage. If you earn $50,000 per year and put away 5% of your pay each week, you'll have contributed $2,500 by the end of the year, and your employer will have added another $2,000. A weekly deposit of about $50 is made into your account, and the corporation adds another $50. Your initial investment of $50 grows to $100, a 100% return. Additionally, in traditional 401k, you are deferring taxes on this money until you withdraw it. You could be 20 years or more in the future. There's no tax on the initial return, and any growth in value from dividends or capital gains is also protected from taxation until you withdraw the money. A traditional 401k has the advantage of being a quick way to reach 100 grand, but it comes with the drawback of requiring you to pay income tax on the money you withdraw, as well as an early withdrawal penalty. The good news is that this money can be used to purchase shares in various mutual funds, and then once you've left your job, it can be moved into an individual retirement account where it can be traded and invested as you see fit. This is perfect for setting up a trading or investment account without spending any money. What should you do after your first 100K? If you've already amassed 100 grand, your priority should be to protect that sum from catastrophic losses and then steadily increase it. Don't take chances that could cost you a lot of money. Don't waste time guessing about things that don't matter much. You probably didn't get to a six-figure net worth by investing in penny stocks and alternative cryptocurrencies, and doing so is a great way to wipe out a large chunk of your wealth. Don't be a fool with your money. Instead, make sound investments and never risk losing it. Profits can be made with any investment or trading strategy that has been shown to have a statistically significant edge over the long term. Consider investing in companies with strong fundamentals and attractive valuations, as well as dividend-paying stocks, stock indexes, ETFs, trend trading strategies, and so on. Start a compounding snowball rolling. Things will get simpler from there on out. After you've earned up to 100K, the next 10K or 10% return will be much simpler to come by than the first 10 grand. If you invest 110 grand and receive a 10% return, you'll receive 11 grand. This is the use of capital leverage to reap the benefits of compound interest. As soon as I figured this out when I was a teenager, I dedicated myself to making my money grow, and it did. So, have you saved your first 100 grand, or are you still struggling to achieve it? Tell us in the comments. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe. We'll see you soon with the next video. Thank you so much for watching.